Matthew 13:6. Heliou de anatelantas ekaumatisthe, kai diata me echen chridzan exeranthe. Here we are again in the midst of the parable of the sower, and Jesus says, and when the sun arose, and we're talking about neuter plural seed, so that's why we have singular verbs. And when the sun arose, they were burned. And because they did not have root, they withered. Okay, we begin with a genitive absolute construction. Notice we have a genitive noun. I don't know if you remember the word for sun is helios. Helios, you may remember a heliocentric solar system with the sun in the center. Helios is the word for sun, but genitive form of sun, genitive participle, and it's from the verb anatello. We saw a related form up above, but this is anatello, to arise. And the reason we have these spelling changes is because it's a liquid verb, and this is an aorist participle. And so genitive noun becomes the subject, genitive participle becomes the verb, and most genitive absolutes are temporal. So we could say when the sun came up, they were burned. And this word were burned, you can see the augment, you can see the theta, bam, it's aorist passive indicative. It's third person singular, but we're talking about seeds, neuter plural, so that's why we say they. They were burned. And we've seen quite a few of these type constructions where we have a preposition and then an infinitive, and dia plus the infinitive is a causal clause. So because they did not have, and the they is implied here, because they did not have root. Of course, if we did it super literal, which we are not recommending, because the not to have root, but we say because they did not have root, they withered. That last word there, the lexical form of that is xerino. Xerino. That first xi there looks a little strange, doesn't it? Xerino. That, and it can mean to dry, to wither. And the form, you can look here, is clearly an augment theta. The theta is like a big recliner, somebody kicking back, feeling passive. The form is clearly aorist, passive, indicative, third singular. Again, third singular because it's neuter plural subject. But this is a verb, if you look at its usage, the passive form often conveys the middle idea of to dry up or wither. And so most English translations will translate it, they withered or they dried up.